beautiful people. It's your girl, Crissy J. And today we are going to talk about something that many of us have experienced, but not enough of us talk about. And that is people who manipulate and play mental games just to frustrate you. I know y'all know a person in your life that's like that, because I know I do. So if you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We got a little something here for everyone, and I think you'll love it here. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you guys so much for your love and support. Welcome back to another episode. Now, y'all know the people who twist your words, they play victim, they give you that silent treatment, or they create fusion just to maintain control. Yeah, we're going to talk about that person today, okay? So the truth is that your peace is too precious to be played with. And this is something that I have to also recognize. So when I have these talks with y'all about these conversations and topics, a lot of them resonate with me. And that's why I feel propelled to put them on my platform, to talk about them with you guys on my platform, because it's my reality as well. And this right here hits home too, okay? So let's talk about how to spot the games, how to protect our mind, and how we can rise above it all, because we are not, say it with me, we are not giving our power away this year, period, okay? Because we don't have time. So first thing we need to do is recognize the game. And that is exactly what it is, a game. And the first step is by being aware. Manipulators love confusion. It's like their playpen, their playground, if you will. And so if anyone is constantly making you second guess yourself, or isolating you, or flipping the script to make you the bad guy, kind of like gaslighting, and then it inches into that N word, that narcissist. Yeah, you know, that is not a misunderstanding. That is manipulation. So I want y'all to say this to yourself out loud or write it down. I trust my intuition. If something feels off, it probably is. So do not let anyone gaslight you into doubting what your reality is. And then the second thing you want to do is don't engage in the drama. You see, manipulators thrive on your reaction, and this is where I struggle. I have a very hard time with keeping my feelings, my words, my emotions to myself when I'm very passionate about something. Like some things I can be like, whatever, and turn a deaf ear and a blind eye to. But then there's those other instances where I'm like, you definitely not about to get away with that. Like, who are you talking to? You said what? Okay, no, let's go ahead and clear the record. Like, it is so hard, okay, for me to not engage in the drama sometimes, because I feel like I really need more than I want to get my point across and to get the truth across. So within that, I'm giving the manipulator their power. I'm giving them exactly what they wanted, and that's frustration. That's making me emotional and off balance. But whenever you don't react the way that they want you to or expect you to, and you stay calm, you stay grounded and unbothered, that's when they no longer have that control, and they lose that control over you. So I'm going to give you guys a tip. And like I said, this is note to self. We're doing this together, y'all, okay? Respond, don't react. And y'all are probably like, what? How does that make sense? I should say it again. Respond, but don't react. Sometimes the most powerful response is no response at all. I'm going to use an example. If a mass manipulator, let's say, text messages you, right? Send you a text. And you know that if you engage in that text, it can go a lot deeper, and frustrations can come about, emotions can it can just put you in a place that you don't want to be in. You not responding to that message is a response. Like, that is a response. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost like somebody saying, hey, do you want to go with me to the movies? And you not responding. Well, 9 out of 10 of us are gonna say that's a no. Like, I don't need you to tell me no, because you damn sure didn't say yes. If somebody wants to do something with you, then they will say yes. But if they don't respond, that is a no. So sometimes not responding is a response. Now, what we need to do is set boundaries without apology. And boundaries are not a threat. They are to protect you. They're your form of protection. And manipulators hate boundaries. They absolutely hate boundaries because it means that you are no longer accessible to them or their games. So I'm going to try to say it out loud with me again. We are affirming, I have the right to protect my peace. I do not owe access to anyone who disrupts it. Okay, say it one more time. I have the right to protect my peace, and I do not owe any access to anyone who disrupts it. Let them be mad at you. Let them talk about you. Let them spin your stories and make their own narratives. But just keep walking in your truth, because one thing we all know is it might take a day, it might take a week, month, even years. The truth will eventually come out. I'm telling y'all, we all know that. We all have that instance where it's like, dang, finally such and such was exposed. Finally, the truth came out. You get what I'm saying? Like, there's people who have done 20 plus year bids in jail for crimes they did not commit, and eventually the truth has prevailed. So don't take it personal. How people treat you is a reflection of them and not you. And that's something that I have to tell myself over and over again, especially dealing with my son's father. I have to have that understanding of like what he's doing and how he is carrying the situation and like carrying my son and all of that. It has nothing to do with me. It has nothing. Now, it might be a little bit of like, I'm going to make her life a living hell because she has me on child support. So I'm going to . But if I don't respond, if I don't allow him to see me sweat, then he has no control. But the moment I lash out, the moment I'm cussing him out, yelling at him, sending text messages, screenshots on social media, crashing out, okay? The moment I do that, I lose my power and I hand it directly over to him. So, like I said, that is definitely something that I have to honestly work on, and I am being very, very intentional. Like I said, it's very hard for me, y'all, to not respond or react, okay? Because I'm one of the ones, I'm going to respond and I'm going to react. Like that's just, that's how I've always been. So I have to break that about me. And so it's not going to happen overnight. And you might be the same way. It may not happen for you overnight, but just try your best to be intentional and just, talk yourself off the ledge and just give yourself that calmness and that assurity of like, you do not owe this person a thing. You don't owe this person an explanation. You don't owe this person your power. You don't owe this person your peace. And that is far more important than a response or any type of satisfaction of getting your truth out there. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, we're not doing that, okay? You didn't make them manipulative and you didn't force them to play games. So I feel like that's who they're choosing to be, and that has nothing to do with you. So do not take it personal. Like, everybody has a choice to be somebody. You can be a good upstanding citizen or you can be a criminal. Like, it's up to you what side of the track you want to be on. And the same goes for manipulators. You could be a liar or you could be a truth teller. So it's up to you. But whatever side they choose to be, just know that it has nothing to do with you, okay? What your job is, though, is to keep choosing peace and keep choosing growth. And more importantly, keep choosing you. So, another tip I want to give you guys is to guard your mind. And this is more of a spiritual warfare too. So like, mental games aren't just personal attacks. They're also spiritual distractions. And I feel like that's what I've been going through, especially as of lately. It seems like the more I get closer to God, the more distractions there are that are trying to pull me away, to make me question, like, God, what is going on? Like, why are you allowing this to happen? Or why are you still, giving me these type of like feelings? Or why am I still so angry? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's nothing but distractions. One thing we have to understand is distractions are always going to be there. And the enemy knows that if he can keep your mind tangled in confusion, that he can delay your purpose. And all of us have an assignment on this earth. We all have purpose. We may not all know what that purpose is at the moment, but we all have purpose. And when we fall victim and fall into those distractions and allow them to take us off our path, then we're delaying our purpose. So here's what we can do, and we can do this together. We can start by 1, praying for discernment. We can speak affirmations daily. I listen to affirmations, but I find that I was like listening to affirmations just to have like an overall good day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't listening to or writing or speaking affirmations for specific situations in my life at the moment. It was just general, like, let me have a good day affirmations. Let me make sure my vibrations are high affirmations. So one thing we definitely want to do, which really, really does work, is to speak those affirmations daily and surround yourself with people that pour into you, not those who drain you. And that is very important. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have those people in our lives that it just seems like they're always going through something. And to my friends, I could be her. Like, I could be that friend, right? Because I'm not gonna lie, it does feel like I always got some ish going on. A lot of things I share with you guys, but then a lot of things I don't, especially if they involve other people. Like, if it's pulling other people that may not be as open as I am, I can't tell their story. So I really like to only share things that are my story to tell. Now, don't get me wrong. Some people are a part of the story, and it still is my story, right? And so, but it's like that thin line. So, I say all that to say that it can be very draining when you have to always be that friend that gets poured onto, and you never get to pour on, right? You never get to pour out your cup. Everybody is just pouring on to you until your cup is overflowing. And that can be a rough spot. Like, that's a rough spot to be in. But you do need to surround yourself, find your village, find your community of people who can pour into you in a good way and overflow your cup with good things, not with trauma and baggage and, toxic things. To anyone who is dealing with a manipulative person right now, let me just say this very clear. Let me say this clearly. You are not crazy. You are not weak, and you are not alone. You're powerful, and at the moment you're powerful, and the moment you stop playing their game, they lose every bit of control they ever had over you. So walk in your truth, stand in your power, and protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. And I've said this before, your peace is everything. Okay, so y'all got this. I got this. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself. I'm choosing me every single time, y'all. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this quick little chit chat with Crissy J. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. Until next time, keep shining, keep growing, and keep walking in your purpose. And I'll see you guys in my next.